Welcome to Cliff Notes Podcast where we show where passion meets the game. Let's talk Formula One. Old faces in new places. Big names that were out. Red Bull replaced Sergio Perez with Liam Lawson. Sergio had a pretty solid season. I know he had a lot of mistakes this year when he had some DNFs on the track. But all in all, I thought that his car was in, was it the same as Max Verstappen? They say, yeah, it's the same team, same car. I kind of don't think so. That's just how I kind of look at it. I think Perez had a couple strong races. Well, for them to give his seat up to Liam Lawson, I just don't agree with that. I think Perez should have been given another a year with Red Bull. I think that he really is a strong driver. I just had some bad luck a lot of times. So that is it with that Red Bull team. I'm not really sold on that seat change out with Liam Lawson. Carlos Sainz is out of Ferrari, replaced by the great Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton now will drive the Ferrari alongside team member Charles Leclerc. And that is going to be an awesome team.
I expect it to be massively different, yeah. I mean, the two teams I've been with have been British teams. So I'm going into a completely different culture in Italy. If you think about, like, us Brits, we're very quiet, more calm. When you have success, when you have difficult days, everyone's kind of more chilled out, is where Italians are much more emotional. It's a much different culture, and I mean, I don't truly know what to expect, but I have raced in Italy, so yeah, I expect it to be a huge amount different, but special and unique in its own way.
I believe the GOAT, Lewis Hamilton, will have a strong season. The Ferrari cars have been outstanding, especially in 24. I think they were in more races than they were out of. And just a glitch here, a bad pit stop here or there would cost Ferrari. I also believe that just a couple tweaks, they can change and make a serious run at getting the team trophy from McLaren. With the technology that they have, with the great factory back in Italy, Ferrari is going to make a stand this year. I'm going to go on the record right now and say they will be definitely in the top two at the end of the F1 year when it comes down to the team championships. Briefly talking about the champion team right now, the McLaren, Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. They're pretty solid. They're going to have a solid year again. They're going to be a tough out. Team Mercedes will roll out this year with the lead being George Russell. George Russell will take charge of the team now since Lewis has left. And the new person that is going to take Lewis's place is, I don't want to miss his name, Andrea Antonelli. I believe that's how we say his name. He's going to take over for Team Mercedes. He looks like he's about 12 years old. So he's going to would be welcomed down to that seat. The Williams Mercedes have welcomed Alex Albon. He got a 4-year contract, and Carlos Sainz comes over from Ferrari to join him at Williams. Just a couple quick things real quick on F1 before I leave this segment. Logan Sargeant, the only American driver, lost his seat. He finished, I believe he was ranked 20th out of 20 drivers. So, man, I hate that we don't have an American right now driving. But when you finish 20th out of 20, you good and terrible. Valtteri Bottas, he's going to probably be a reserve driver for Mercedes. That's what they're saying in 25. He drove for Mercedes before he lost his seat to George Russell. So he's going to probably be back as a reserve driver. Daniel Ricciardo is done. Joe Grandjeau also is done. And Kevin Magnussen has parted ways with Haas Motive. We got a lot of shakeups for F1. Next month is going to be a really good season starting out. Long season, February to November. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time. Got a lot of new kids out there, a lot of old veterans. I didn't talk about the champion. I know Max Verstappen. He's all right. He's a good driver. He's just too damn aggressive. Just too aggressive. Come on, Max. Cut it out there. Good and terrible.
That boy is good. Good and terrible.
Good and terrible, folks. It's that time for good and terrible. And I'm going to go back to F1 as I look at the stats. Logan Sargeant. Logan Sargeant finished 20th this past season, and the season before, 20th. So that makes you good and terrible. Logan Sargeant. I know that they've announced that the American team is going to be coming along here shortly. I believe they said it was Cadillac, I believe. I'm not sure of who has the new F1 team for the upcoming. I believe it's in 27 is when they're going to launch a new team.